May pre and post.
Okay.
Janice, kamusta ka na?
Okay. It's good
Hello.
here.
Nakasettle ka na ba?
Oo, parang, I don't know, parang last week I felt na more settled in. Ayun, siguro yung time, kasi diba I'd work nga at night, so ang hirap ng difference, I'm always puyat.
Oo nga. So, paano yun?
So like if at 10:30, 11, I check my Viber messages, wala na, I'll be up till like 2 or 3. Kasi ang dami yung tanong. But now more, kasi maybe kasi I have a GM na nga.
Yes.
GM, so more, para I can let go a bit na.
And then, officially, how many days ka na nasa Canada?
We're 2.5 months. Kasi 11, we left Manila 11, March 11.
Yes.
So April. Are we on na ba?
Yes.
We're on. Okay.
Pero we'll start in a while. We'll start in a while.
Okay. I left Manila March 11. And then, so April, May. Yeah, so almost 3 months. Going 3 months. Diba? 2.5.
Wow. And
same as your lockdown.
Oo, almost.
Yeah, so I had 77 days ba or something. I see the post.
March 15, 70 plus.
Yeah.
So where are you exactly nga ulit?
We are in remote. No, we are in Nova Scotia. It's the east coast. They call it the Atlantic side of Canada. So it's near New York. Near that side. New York, near side of Toronto, more Toronto side.
Okay.
Atlantic. So it's an ocean and then seafood like that.
Wow.
But we haven't been around.
Supermarket.
Bank. And then sometimes we pass by the river like that, or we walk around here.
Wow.
Just for the outdoors.
Kilala mo na neighbors mo?
Wala. No one goes out kasi malamig. It's cold eh. So when the sun's out, yan, biglang everyone's walking or they go on the street. Then you'll hear children outside. But that's like maybe in a month, maybe 3-4 times lang the sun. Well, at least from the time we arrive. So otherwise, we're all inside. We're all indoors. Kasi
so, kamusta ang COVID yan? Situation sa...
I'm not sure about the numbers, but obviously less than Manila because our population is lower. But 2 days ago, it was announced that first time na 0 new cases here in Nova Scotia. So I really felt, actually yung feeling ko nun was hope. Yung parang, that's how it feels pala na it can happen na 0 cases.
Mm-hmm.
Diba? And then I was thinking how sana in Manila soon, diba? You'll get there also. But yun yung feeling ko, it was like, wow, 0 cases. Diba? I mean, at the height of it, maybe in our city, the highest was maybe 30 cases na new in one day. Still very low compared to you guys. In the city here, the capital of Nova Scotia, Halifax, maybe 300 cases, 400 like that. But as of now, yeah, nag-0. So it can happen, di ba?
Wow.
So hopefully everywhere.
So online rin kayo mag-order, ganun?
We've been doing some like they were trying to look for activities, so we'll buy like notebooks and books online or in Amazon or things that we didn't bring along with us, or hair clipper, di ba? Hair clipper, everyone bought hair clippers.
Yes. Hair clippers?
Yung
okay.
hair trimmer. Did you do that na ba? How did you get your haircut, Anton?
Kay Kuya Dan.
Ay, meron. May pumupunta. At least.
Hindi. The driver.
Hey, my mom said hi.
Hi, Tita. I miss you.
Of course. Upgraded na si mom.
Tita, do you remember me ba?
Siyempre. Gusto mo bang iba masabi yan?
Strict yan si Tita.
Wait, can we have a photo muna? Ito yung lagi namin
Okay, sure.
Okay. Okay, one, two. One more. Kasya ba tayo? Okay. And one more. One layout pa. We'll remove this. Yan. Alright. Alright. Solo. One last.
Solo.
Siyempre, kailangan may solo si Janice. Hindi kami wala. Alright.
Okay. Oo nga, lagi nakakalimutan, no, the pictures.
Usually for the thumbnail. Okay, we'll start this. I just play the OBB and welcome the people joining in.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. And we're here talking to thank you for talking to All right. Good morning, Janice.
Good evening there.
Good evening. Oo nga, good evening. For those people watching in the replay or watching live, you can join our discussion. Just put in your comments or questions below, and we'll try to answer it during this live stream, or we'll send it to Janice afterwards. So we're talking to our very good friend Janice, and she'll tell us her story. We're really interested. We haven't. This is the first time na makipag-chikahan kami with Janice on what really happened. No, I know lang na nag-lockdown, nasa Canada na sila. Parang
grabe.
And so good evening, Janice. Yes.
Yeah. Sorry?
Good evening.
Yes, good evening. So Kuya A and Ate Rach, hello. Thanks for guesting me here. I really love what you're doing. Finally, I was just waiting for you to activate actually. So, what will Anton do? Diba? Kaya ka muna, diba, bago mag-activate.
Of course. Of course. So, yes. So, Janice, maybe, I know not a lot of people probably know you moved to Canada. Maybe can you share with us the journey starting from March 11?
Yeah. Well, actually, in terms of our migration, we've been working on it for years. Siguro we filed our application, or we were looking for ways to get to Canada for 4 years. So actually, it's three to 4 years, and then we finally got our visas in December last year in 2019. So we were really just ready to go, and then we just chose a date, random date, March 11, like that. We bought our tickets, and then. So from December to March, we were just fixing everything, fixing our house, packing stuff, selling stuff, like that. And then March 11, we packed our bags. We were actually billeted at a hotel kasi we wanted to vacate, or we wanted a parang physical move of our kids. Parang may transition area, like that. And then we left the hotel March 11. And then en route to Nova Scotia, where we are, medyo long trip. It was like a 24-hour trip. By the time we arrived in the first stop, which is Toronto, we found out lockdown na here. So it's like, when we left, there was COVID na, pero yung naka-mask lang, di ba, we were just wearing masks, wala pang social distancing. In fact, people were going to the hotel to pack with us. The family was with us. We were like 30 people in the hotel room. And then biglang, ayun, when we got here, quarantine na rin. Like when we got here in our house, quarantine na. So we went on the first day, we just went out to open hi Raya! We just opened a bank account. And then we went to Walmart, of course, to buy groceries. And then we spotted a Taco Bell. So we went to Taco Bell. Tapos wala na. We are home not since March 11. Then we'll just go out, just like you guys, for essentials. But very rare, like once a week, twice, every other 2 weeks lang. So we were actually living, di ba, in the world nga was living in the same situation. Like we were all home-based and everything. We really felt like we were just also in the Philippines because all our friends were online. Our kids were online with their friends. No school, no work, or work from home.
No dirty work.
It's the same as you guys. So it's crazy what happened. There. So
pero hindi ba nag-close yung mga airports, how did you manage that,
Yeah.
jumping from one airport to another?
Yan na nga, we made it
Naiwan
in
pa kayo,
time.
diba?
Ha?
Naiwan kayo, diba?
Oh, anong story
Oh,
nun?
naiwan kami because matagal yung processing. Kasi when we landed in Toronto, there was a line and they were syempre being more careful nga because of coronavirus. So matagal yung processing. Maybe instead of 3 hours, naging 5 hours. We missed our flight. So we had to stay overnight in Toronto. And then nirebook na lang kami to the flight going here. In terms of the closing ng airports, we made it in time. Because when we got to our house, the day after, Trudeau went on TV and said that he's locking the borders. He's closing the borders.
Oo
Kasi,
nga.
sabi ko, grabe, parang woo! Ano ba yan? And it's really like, I don't know, we will just say na grabe talaga yung plans ni God, di ba? Parang imagine 4 years you wait, and then you choose a random date, di ba? And then it's the day before lockdown. 3 days before or 2 days before the borders closed.
Oo.
So I was telling my family, if we had waited, if we got stuck in Manila,
Oo.
parang I'll be so like, you know me naman, I'm a planner, diba? I plan everything almost. I'll be so frustrated kasi parang 4 years and then it's right there and then but then no, as in it happened. So that first 2 weeks, Gary, my husband, and I would look at each other parang, nandito na ba talaga tayo? Parang, wow, nandito na tayo. Parang it was all surreal that it happened. And it happened that way pa. I mean, the COVID thing in itself was, hi, Sir Aris. Ganyan pala, no? May mga nagpa-pop. Okay. So, I mean, the COVID thing in itself was already a shock. And then, sabay pa yung migration. So, it's kind of a blessing that it was a one-time adjustment. So, saying it's a one-time, big-time transition for our family.
Mm-hmm.
Yun, so, it's good. At least we're here already after so long. Kasi I can't imagine just waiting again. Kasi the wait of the 4 years was already very anxiety-filled.
Pero how was it on your first week or your first few days? Kasi, you're in the middle of a pandemic but you don't have family around you. The neighbors are different. You're parang,
actually, we don't know a single soul here in our city. In our town, we know people in Halifax where you also have friends, right, Anton?
Yes.
But here where we are, we don't know anyone except the employer of Gary. That's why we were able to come here. So we really were on our own, like us 5 lang, the 5 of us. That's it. We were just third time also together, it was difficult. There were challenges because we were like, we didn't know anything at all, even how to turn on the heater. Like we'd have to ask the host, like, I wanted to, I mean, even snow, diba? Parang, how do you shovel the snow outside? Parang, pero mindset kasi wise, even before we got here, we said nga, we're beginners. We're beginners at life, diba? So parang it's putting in our mind na we're new at every single thing. Diba? Even fruits, even there's fruits that you don't know, and then everything, diba? So if you have that mindset, I guess it's better. And you look at things nga like an adventure or something new to learn. But the difficulties lied in the technical stuff. Like, kunyari, we needed to buy a car. Kasi we didn't want to take taxis. At the first weeks we're taking taxi, we're scared kasi hindi siya disinfected, diba? So we wanted to buy a car. And to buy a car here, you have to have insurance. And to have insurance, you have to have credit history or a license. And all the offices were closed. Actually, they're still closed except yesterday it all opened up na. But from March 11th till the last week, it was all closed. Essential services then. I mean the government services. So luckily, eto na. So parang this was like we really felt na parang may mga little coincidences or miracles, diba? That helped us. Like that day one that we went out, that only day that we went out on day 1, di ba, we went to the mall nga, Yun yung mall time namin before it locked down. And then we went to, I think, A&W, because Gary, in our visit here nung May, Gary met a Filipino in the cashier sa
yes.
Anyways, he was the only Filipino we met or we saw here. Kasi nga, not much people here, diba? So Gary talked to him na, pare, Pinoy ka ba? The usual, diba? Parang when you see a kababayan. So naging friend niya yun nung May. Okay, so when we came back, nakita na naman niya. So he went to him and saying, si Mark yun si Mark, in case nanonood si Mark. So Mark, I'll send this link. Mark, thank you for your help. So anyway, hindi talaga grabe yung role ni Mark. Okay, so Mark was our first friend here. Very helpful. You know naman how we Filipinos are, di ba? Parang anywhere in the world. And then we were eating. Just so happened, he has another Filipina friend who was also eating with her daughters. So introduced niya si Rose Hill. So Rose Hill, hi Rose Hill. Si Rose Hill. Then we just talked for a while. Mabilis lang, di ba? So tapos na. Then bye-bye na, and then nag-lockdown na. So wala na. And then when we needed to buy a car, we texted Mark. Parang, Mark, is there anything we can do? Ganyan. Sabi, oy, si Rose Hill, ano yon? Apparently, Rose Hill owns a car dealer. A car dealer. So she helped us. Like, she helped us get a car. Lahat talaga, she would help everything. Like, how to get insurance, go to this company kasi mas relax sila about the law. Mga ganyan. So, things like that. So Rose Hill and Mark were our first friends, but we haven't seen them kasi nga lockdown. But yun lang. Otherwise, ang hirap din. But it's okay, you know, we were ready for it, I guess. Diba?
Yeah. Wait, let's say hi lang to the people.
Aya.
Darling. Mike.
That's Mike, my friend from Halifax.
From Halifax. And of course, Luis.
Hello, Luis from
International.
But how was the adjustment for your kids? Was it easier or is it easier for you?
I'd say my kids, I don't know if it's easy. Parang they seem so relaxed also. My kids kasi are yung parang on their own, they're okay. Yung the three of them, they get along well and they all have their own thing. And but together they also get along well. So walang parang loneliness or anything like that. Which I also try to watch, diba? But I guess it's also because nga their friends are online every night. So the challenge there is no one sleeps. Like, diba? Parang even at 11, ayan na, they're all with their friends online. And then they sleep. Biglang at 3 a.m., I'll hear them in the kitchen making noodles or hot chocolate kasi nga hungry. And then at 6 a.m. tulog na, they wake up 2 p.m. I don't know. I think, I compare notes na quarantine schedule ata yun, no? Maraming may kids. Are your kids on schedule pa rin?
No.
Si Aidan, hindi.
No. Si Aidan kasi he games, di ba? Nag-game siya. Yeah, so, noong una, I was getting anxious about it. I'd send them pa yung alam nyo ba yung Chinese chart that says, your liver regenerates at 3 a.m. May ganun parang there's a Chinese chart.
Pahingin nga ako niyan.
They will send it to you. So parang, it's the importance of sleep, di ba? So I sent it to you.
Yes, oh.
And then I realized ko parang, parang it's their way to be with their friends. It's okay. Di ba? Parang, I just let it be na lang. And me parang, they're not working, they're not studying yet. Di ba? And so, in terms of school and studies,
paano?
September na is the school year. So they're on vacation. Although my two boys, since they're adults, 22 and 20, at 23 and 21 na pala, 23 and 21, they can actually work na. Diba? So I had a talk with them last week, and I said, this is real life. This is real life now. So start looking, look online for jobs. look online for online courses or university or whatever. You can do anything you want. But by the end of June, tell me what you want to do. But you have to have something by June. I gave them a deadline in June. So by July, they're either going to work or study or take online courses. There.
Okay. Ano naman, how about you? Do you miss anything here in Manila? What's the most miss?
Ube. Kasi ang daming ube. Ano pandesal po? Like ganon, like ube. And then, like, ano ba yun? Lahat ng pinopost. Then ngayon naman, mango.
Yung sushi, yung ano yun.
Mango. Of course, I see everything. So, no, it's syempre besides food, but we found a Filipino store here. So, medyo okay na in terms of food. Except mangoes and ube, wala. I guess I miss nga may spinning. Kasi di ba, before I left, I was spinning almost every 5 times a week. But then, yun nga, it's closed anyway. But they have online classes. So, I bought a bike and then I can spin online. So, parang it's all, I think it's okay. So far, in terms of missing, it's, you know what, because you guys are on quarantine, we don't miss much because we don't see you guys posting what we miss. You know what I mean? For example, he will surely miss basketball and golf. But then no one's playing basketball and golf. So it's easy for us to be away now. Siguro mag-iiba yan if we see it, like if our friends are like all together and we're not there, it will be hard. But as of now, it's good pa. So it's all like yung mga pinopost ng mga food. And then I guess I also miss my events, seeing my moms, diba? Kasi,
Oo, paano yan?
Yeah, kasi nga, well, because of Mommy Mundo, in case your viewers who don't know, kasi I run Mommy Mundo, and before we would have twice a month events for moms. I guess that's what I also miss because I don't see them. And then, yun nga, I'm a planner. I have a futuristic mindset. So, iniisip ko, if I do have an event, I won't naman get to hug them or, diba, you'll just say hi from afar, which is also weird. But I guess that's what I miss the most, like being with people lang. And, diba, like tayo, at least we got to see each other pa before I left, which I really count as blessings na we saw each other pa. Because we didn't know that it would be so long. Remember, I'm supposed to come home a month after.
Oo. So, paano na yun? Wala na.
Yeah, so I left March 11. I was supposed to be home April 27 because Expo Mom was May 9. Around the time, May 9 to 11. So, obviously, na-cancel lahat. But the Expo Mom na-cancel. So, I guess if you see my post nung una, I was really sad. Like, sad about things, sad. But it was because of my planner. I had to manage my own self na planner mind. Na parang, let go and let God.
Oo. So paano na ngayon yan during this COVID times? Do you still plan or you go with the times?
Oh, I go now. I plan pa rin. But you know what? I'll share with you yung, kasi I read a lot and then, I guess like you guys then, diba? Parang, so I've been reading a lot and I'm actually into mindfulness, diba? Parang I always practice mindfulness and then try to meditate, which I just started again. Pero there was one lesson that really helped me. Kasi there, parang si Eckhart Tolle yun eh. Parang he said, how do planners stop overthinking? So he said that when you can still plan and like plan events, plan your travels, diba? And make goals, but you should not put your energy into it. So plan, but you do not say, oh, when I get there, I'm gonna be so happy, I'm gonna enjoy so much, or kunyari, when I plan this event and it's gonna be so successful, I'm gonna help so many people. But that's when you're like putting energy. So you have to stop. You have to manage your... Kasi ako super ganun ako, diba? Parang, oh my God, Anton, yung ultimate taste test natin. Yeah, remember, we get excited about our plans.
Yeah.
Passionate. That's being passionate kasi. So parang I've learned to, I'm still excited, but then manage my where I put my energy. And then another lesson I learned just 2 weeks ago was parang it's kind of I think a Buddhist practice, di ba? Kasi nga Buddhist practice detachment. So it's resting on the isness of life. So parang when things are beyond our control, we just have to say it is what it is, ganon, and then let go. So because nga it's beyond our control, di ba? Ikayo naman, you're always cool Anton and Rich.
Anton lang yun.
Oo. Diba, Anton? Be like Anton, like Zen.
Hindi, kami naman during this time we want connection lang. Well, I think most people naman wants connection also, di ba? Parang the human connection while you're at home. But I'm curious, so was there any difference running Mommy Mundo remotely or
yes,
when you're there?
Yeah, so being a planner that I was, a year before I left, we had already told our team that we're gonna work remotely. So we were working remotely. Our office was for our e-commerce lang. We had a shop there in a stock room, but my team was working remotely also because of the Metro Manila traffic at the time. So we were very used to working remotely. So again, it was a blessing that I had tried that out beyond early on. So it wasn't a big adjustment for everyone. We were communicating through Viber mostly or email. And then in January, before I left, I hired a digital head, Shireen. And so she's my digital head. Okay. And then nung COVID, naging digital company ang Mommy Mundo. Every company became a digital company. So all our events, we have 40 events a year nationwide. Became digital events. We have 4 events a week in Mommy Mundo, diba? So I told Shireen, actually Shireen, GM ka GM ka na hindi ka digital at GM ka na. So I call her GM actually. So Shireen transformed our company into a remote company. So she set up the project management platforms. So we're on Trello now. So if you guys are trying to shift to remote, for the entrepreneurs here or those managing teams, we like Trello. Trello is Trello or Trello. What do you use? And do you have a platform as well, Anton?
We use Workplace.
Workplace, that.
By Facebook, yeah.
So, di ba those tools really help? Of course, the tita and me, we had to look for a very simple platform because yung iba parang, oh my God, di ko na, saan ba yung button na yun? But Trello, I'm able to navigate. So, when working
Trello is good. Slack. Some people use Slack.
Yeah, I tried Slack too. Yeah, I think Slack and Trello, diba? And then it looks really clean. So yun, in terms of the business, my only adjustment is the time zone.
Your time zone, I guess.
We have once a week meetings. I do it at night kasi I don't like making my team go overtime, diba? So parang morning nila, so night ko. And then before, no early weeks, I'd be working up to like 3-4 a.m. kasi they'll be asking me for approvals, things like that. But now with Shireen on board, medyo I can let go na and then I can retire na. I will be I'll be a farmer and then I will knit and crochet.
Wait,
Mayang. But Antonio, I wanted to, I put it in my notes actually.
What?
That, our journey here, you guys played a role. Alam niyo naman yon, di ba?
Can you share with us?
Yeah. Okay. No, Anton and Rach have played a role in my life. I should make this actually an opportunity to thank you guys. Because even before I started Mommy Mundo, remember you had Maven's class. So Anton used to teach this class in AIM, which was for Mavens, what did you call it? Change makers or
Maven secrets. Yeah.
Mavens of digital. So at the time, nagsastart pa lang yung digital. Actually, nagsastart pa lang ang shocks. Ano ba yun? Our platform was blogs pa lang. Blogs only.
Yes.
Blogs only, right? Oh my gosh. So anyway, Anton took me in and he was my mentor. And remember, Anton, at that time, I did not have Mommy Mundo as a brand. And then I
Yes.
would ask you, Anton, what do you think about the brand Mommy Mundo? Sabi niya, parang okay naman. Eh si Anton laging ganyan yan, supportive. Okay naman, parang okay naman. Ganyan. So yun, he was at the start of it all. And then whenever I have like challenges along the way, I'll just call him up or we set a meeting. Then we'll just throw out ideas for each of his businesses. So thanks for that, Anton, my mentor. And then Anton would always tell me, you have to do, kunwari, ano yun? You have to do video because video is the next best thing. Lagi siya ganyan. The next thing is this. The next thing is this. Diba?
Yes.
Okay ka na, but you have to do this kasi na. And then yung principle mo, Anton, na yung principle mo na just put it out there. Do you remember that? My hair.
Yes.
Anton's principle is just put it out there. So meaning, if you have a dream or you have a goal, just write about it or put it on right now it's social media. Just put it on social media, just write about it, just tell people about it as if it's really happening and then it will happen. Parang The Secret, no? So ganyan ka pa rin ba, Anton? Ganyan pa rin siya, Rich?
Oo.
Madami lang na overwhelmed lang.
No, but yun, Anton. So those are your 2 lessons until now I keep. See, I remember.
Wow.
Actually, for the record, I wanted to wear green for Anton today, but alam mo naman green. See, green yung banner, green yung shirt.
Wala kayong green. Isang green shirt man lang.
Wala eh. And then, okay, this is my kwento. So, see my notes ako. Okay, and then, so your role in our move here is because, remember, kasi I used to own Creative Juice. I still own Creative Juice, which is an events company. And Anton got us to manage his Ultimate Taste Test events. So me and my husband, Gary, we would do his Ultimate Taste Test events. That is you don't do that anymore. Oh no, you did. You had one last year. Right? And then we did the Blue Leaf Big Banquet events. So Anton's Our Awesome Planet food events. We used to handle that for him. And then years later, he and RJ invited us to be part of Mercato. Right? So we were co-founders also in Mercato for the first year or 2. Yeah. And then it was because of our experience with you in the food industry. That's why we were able to come here, because the food industry here is the one that's booming and needs managers and workers. So that's why Gary got a job here. Got sponsored
Pwede
by...
pala tayo dyan eh.
Pwede pala kami dyan eh.
Kayo dito.
May vacant lot po ba dyan?
All the food bloggers. Nag-recruit, no? Yan lang. So, thank you. I don't know if you realize that. I did tell you the story, but, I wanted to put it out here because...
Thank you.
Imagine. Galing talaga, di ba? I mean...
Oo nga, no?
Masaya na naman siya.
Ha?
Masaya na naman. May maiisip na naman yan. Tinan mo.
Rich, kasama ka doon.
Oo.
Kung pinaghihirapan natin, meron palang fruits. But anything naman we do, di ba? I mean, there's always a reason.
Something, yeah.
There's always something. That's why even the not so good things that happen, there's a reason for it.
Yes.
Di ba? Yes. And you may not see it now. Napaka-ano ka na, no, Buddha? Yun ang nangyayari pag nasa cold. Well, you may not see it now, but...
Inuman na.
Ito na. Sabi niya, mag-beer daw ako. Apple juice, Nox.
Pero Janice, okay. So, thank you for sharing your story. But yours is like a modern migration story rin eh. If there are other people who wants to, for example, in the food and going to Canada, any advice or how should people think about it?
Yeah, actually, we have friends who really messaged us. Like a lot of friends messaged us from the time we announced it. Kasi we didn't announce it to people that we were leaving, diba, if you remember. Like, we only announced it when we got our visas. So since the time we announced it, we would get messages, text, DM, like asking how we did it, what are the opportunities, like that. So I guess I can share that. Well, on our end, we really hired a consultant, a lawyer, to do it for us. Because first of all, I was very busy, Gary's very busy. We didn't have time to do it ourselves. 'Cause some people do it themselves, eh? Like you go on the website and you can apply there. And also because of our age, we wouldn't get points. So there's a point system when you do it online. On our end, we would recommend when people ask us to get a lawyer. So there's a consultant. You can Google like consult Canada consultants in the Philippines. We had a lawyer who's based in Makati. And what happened was he looked at our credentials and then he matched us with a path. They call it like they call it paths. So may iba-ibang path for different kinds of people, professionals, entrepreneurs. Some provinces have like if you have relatives or friends in a certain province, they can actually sponsor you. In our case, it's called the Atlantic Immigration Program Path. So the Atlantic cities, which is Nova Scotia and other cities here on this side, they need certain skilled workers. So food is one of them because our area is a tourist destination. So they need a lot of, I guess, the people in the food industry. Yeah. So that's why we took 4 years because when we would try a path, nagko-close. So like,
What do you
kasi
mean?
ang bilis mapuno. Sorry? Mabilis mapuno. So we tried this path, napuno. And then we tried this path, napuno na naman. By the 3rd year, we were about to get into a path. Then Trump won in the States. And then Calgary nag-recession. So biglang everyone from Calgary daw, and dami nag-apply from the States, biglang napuno. Ganon. So this particular path we had gotten into, it just took 7 months. So August until May, I think, if I got it right. August till, basta really fast na. When we got into the path, fast na. But I really suggest get a lawyer because the laws change all the time also. And it's hard to keep track. Ayun.
Di ba may points pag maraming anak?
May points. May contact. May points ang maraming anak. Akit o maraming points. 100 points ka.
Tapos bata pa, di ba?
Oo. But then kasi it's our age eh. That's
our age eh. So,
yeah.
Bawi ako sa anak.
Kailangan may girl daw eh.
Ay!
Pag may girl, 100 points na.
Sige na.
So question, bakit Canada? Why not like Australia or New Zealand?
We have relatives here. That's one. Gary has a sister in Calgary. And, sorry? Yeah, my sister Jamie is in Vancouver. She's the bull runner. Anton, she's also your friend.
Yeah.
So Jamie's in Vancouver. Jamie naman is studying, so she's taking masters. So she's on student visa. And then I have cousins in Vancouver also.
Okay.
So, and I guess it's also the benefits and all that as a citizen. And then we really like the country. We would come here every year. And then we really like the outdoors. And it's and the people are kind. Diba? So, sorry? Oh yes, and people are so, I know people are so kind here. I'm sure may Canadians who are watching. You know, sometimes we think we are in a parang Shangri-La. You're walking in the street, kunyari, we take walks around, and people greet each other, like, good day today, hi. Yeah, syempre may accent na ako. 3 months pa lang may accent na. So they'll say, the sun's out today, isn't that great? Ganyan. As in random people walking on the street. And I don't know, it's just really nice. Parang, I guess Filipinos are like that din naman in a sense, diba? Just nakakagulat lang, parang we're in the middle of this new country and then it's nice. So that's why we really liked it here because people are kind and to be honest, we have not been to Australia when we applied 4 years ago. I only went last year for the first time. So we're not familiar lang with the country. So that's why we chose Canada.
Nice. And siguro, syempre, of course, controversial question. And some people say, why do you need to migrate? I'm sure you get that question also. Parang you're betraying the country. But, you know, Filipinos naman are all around the world also. How do you handle that kind of...
Well, I guess we never really got that comment because, even in my posts, I always say I still love the Philippines. Like talagang there's nothing like our country. As in nothing. Diba? It's amazing country. What we always say is that we're just thinking of our children. Ganon. It's like to give our children options for the future. We want them to study abroad. And then since we're a clingy family, we don't want to send them without us. Sama kami. Ganon. And you know, to be honest, when we filed our application, we just said we'll just do it because it wasn't easy. Like 4 years of we took tests, we had to different paths, may medical, ang dami process talaga. Like to those who are thinking of doing it, you have to really want it. It's like a tough process. Unless you're doing student visa, that's pretty easy, pretty simple. But to do the immigration, for us, it was not that easy. So we just said, let's just do it. Just do all the requirements as it comes. And if it happens, then it's meant to be. So, but in terms of betraying the country and all that, I don't know. From the start, we said we love the Philippines. Talaga. Like, that's always going to be in our hearts. So,
it's Canada is dual citizenship, di ba? Tama
you
ba?
can get dual. So, after you get citizenship, you can apply for dual. So, yun. And of course, another thing is, even if we're here, we intend to contribute. Like Mommy Mundo is, I'm gonna keep that. I'll try to sustain that as long as I can. But just to keep trying to serve, even if actually now you can really do it from wherever, diba?
Yeah,
So
everybody's ganun naman.
Oo. Just keep contributing, giving back to the country. Yun. So I ordered nga ube pandesal for my whole team. See, that's supporting local.
Okay.
Because if I can't eat ube pandesal, I'll send it all to my team. I don't know. It's just, I'll just eat, it's not parang, I guess it's also, even my children, parang they'll never be the type of Filipinos abroad who will say, kung may matamaan dyan, sorry na lang. But I will never say parang, ay, hindi yun mangyayari sa Canada. Yung mga ganon, parang, I can't do that. I don't think I'll ever do that, diba? Like even with the COVID cases, or even with the challenges of GCQ, parang I'm never going to say, ano ba nan? Ganyan, dito sa Canada, ganun. I don't know. I really believe na every country has challenges, diba? Every country has challenges. And tayo as a country, we have challenges, of course, but we also have our own strengths. I mean, imagine how people rose to the occasion during COVID. Amazing. I was watching it from afar and I was saying, grabe talaga how people rose to the occasion. That's why when we did that video no Mother's Day, we paid tribute to, diba? All the...
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah. Like the moms were sewing masks from home, mga ganyan. Galing. So parang ibang Pinoy. So I don't think it'll ever happen that I will, being a Filipino.
Nice. Are you doing homeschool pala for Reese?
For Reese? No, she's actually on break now. So she got accepted to a school na, pero she has to wait lang till September when it opens. So bakasyon siya ulit. She's doing her activities. Like she's into drawing, ganyan. I think for me, basta I see them more productive, no? Yeah.
Nice.
Nila, no? Parang vacation.
Wow.
How are your kids in school? Are they all remote or vacation na rin?
Enrollment na. Enrollment na.
Enrollment na. And is it remote learning or?
Yeah, for the first quarter, they will have tri-sem kasi. So the first quarter will be distance learning, and the target to be physically in school will be on October. Pero of course, hindi pa sure yan. Pero at least may ano lang sila.
Yeah.
Pero it's a bit difficult, diba? Kasi nga, the homeschool got 1,000 inquiries eh. So, homeschool, traditional schools naman, they have the same tuition fee kasi. So, it's kind of hard also.
Same tuition fee,
Oo, same lang. And
Almost the same. A little lower lang, mga less than 10%.
So, I think everybody's weighing how to move forward. forward. So I don't know.
Yeah. Take it as it is what it is.
Yeah, it is.
Sabi sa'yo, magic yan eh.
Oo
You just
nga.
put it in your head. Guys, if you're
Lagay niyo dyan.
when you're sure, you just say, it is what it is. Sa dami ng nangyayari ngayon, we have to let go.
Oo.
It shall pass. Parang ganyan.
Yeah.
All right. We'll close this discussion. Thank you, Janice, for
Thank
taking
you
the
for
time.
having me. It's nice to see you guys.
Thank you. Hi, Kuya Gary.
Gary says, oh, he's gonna show himself.
Yay!
Naka-blue.
Hindi eh.
Naka-green.
O magsasombrero siya kasi hindi ko pa siya nagugupitan na hair. Ayan.
Hey, pictures. Okay, one more. Andali. Tatagalin ko dito. Okay, one more. Okay, one. Wow! Kamusta?
Hello.
How are you guys? Congratulations on your new
Ano?
new racket, new gimmick.
New-
Ang galing.
Galing, ano ba?
Oo nga,
Galing.
congrats.
Rachel, you always in it?
No.
Or just for me?
Wow.
No, I know, I see you in some.
For special occasions lang.
Wow.
Yay.
Congrats guys. Stay safe.
Keep at it.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you for coming, Gary.
Okay.
Thank you for your special,
All right. Thank you. And we're here talking to thank you for talking to All right. Thank you, Janice. Ang galing.
Thank you, man.
Ang
It was
galing.
fun. I had fun. I'll keep drinking my beer. Thank you, Kampacha.
Regina
Thank you.
from PH.
Thanks,
Si
Regina.
Regina.
I know you. I think I know her.
Pilates.
Pilates. Oh.
Oo.
Oo.
Si ano din, humihingi nung yung chart mo.
Oh, sige, but I'll send, and maybe I can put it in the link. Pwede ba yun?
Yes. Pwede ba
Where?
yun?
Yes.
Sa recorded na lang.
Oo.
Okay.
Oo nga, kasi very helpful yan eh. Dahil papakita namin sa anak namin.
Oo,
Lagi-
sa anak namin. It's okay.
Remember.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, it worked out with Black. Kasi ay nakikinig siya. Wala.
So, kamusta yung mga anak mo ba walang relationship when they move?
Meron.
Meron. Si
Si
Kobe.
Kobe.
Casey, hi Casey, we miss you. Oo, may girlfriend siya.
So, paano?
LDR. Yeah, I don't know. They're kind of, I don't know. I'm projecting myself, but parang they're cool lang. Of course, they miss each other. We miss her also kasi we're close to her. But I see them talking maybe twice or thrice a week. Ganon. Minsan nag-breakfast sila together.
Wow. So, paano yun? Oo nga, no?
Wala.
Ha? Ganon lang.
Ganun.
Oo. Well, hopefully, I don't know, it's so uncertain no, when we will see each other again. Yan yung,
I'm sure before, di ba, may plan yan mag-visit.
Ah.
Pero,
Yeah.
syempre, this time,
oo, yan na nga. There's
we
nothing.
just do what we have.
Like, what's your feeling with travel?
The problem kasi with travel is the COVID kasi is in na ventilation eh. So, wala kang kalaban-laban talaga kung let's say
Yeah.
may dumaan na isang COVID na ano sa ventilation. Wala. So, you're really taking a risk going through airports and then the public share system. And
Yeah.
I mean, you're taking a risk for the family. For us, it's hard kasi we live with our parents. So imagine, pagbalik dito. I mean, if kung magka-COVID sila, it's
Yeah.
really,
That's true.
so
GCQ na nga ngayon dito eh.
Have you guys been out?
Ano, the regular lang. Supermarket, bank. That's all.
Pero ano, I think for travel, basta as long as you can control the environment. So like for example, the first thing would bounce would be, of course, local travel. Yung mga ano, road trips, ganyan. Mga
Right.
RV. Uso ba ang RV dyan? Mga RV.
We have not been out, we haven't seen any.
Sa lamig eh. Ano
Ah,
ka
oo,
ba?
malamig pala,
Si Harry,
malamig.
gusto niya sa Sunday, magpunta kami sa Bagat. It's like this hiking place. So hopefully we get to go on Sunday. Para may makita naman kami. It's like we haven't seen anything.
Oo.
But yeah, no, yung mga we haven't seen parang walang RV yata dito.
Yung ano nga mangyari sa event?
Yung camper. Yun ba yun?
Oo.
Kasi,
Oo, meron dito yun. Oo, meron.
so that one will, that's the first thing. Mga RV and mga glamping places. Kasi,
Yes.
if you notice, kasi, we've interviewed some yung mga nagka-COVID, yung mga closed spaces talaga eh. So,
Yeah.
but as long as you're outside, or even let's say dine-in options outside, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Basta, it doesn't survive naman eh. And the dosage kasi outside, you have to get a certain amount eh, for you to, para magkasakit talaga. So, outside, so yun lang. Yung what do you think of events pala? I wanted to ask you lang.
The events, yeah.
Like, do you cancel it totally? For example, iniisip ko, Ultimate Taste Test, baka hindi na nga namin magawa yan with the
Yeah. Well, on our end, we cater to moms and kids. So, we're planning to do an online expo within the next few months.
pero yung face-to-face, ano sa
But
tingin
in our
mo?
mind, siguro it's like your school. We're thinking, kung kaya, October, November, but wait and see. But honestly, we don't know because if it's moms and kids, we really don't want to risk it also. And if ever, we will practice social distancing. So maybe pag mga talks or seminars pwede. But if it's the expos, doesn't make sense eh. Doesn't make sense, di ba?
Oo. So nag-ano ka na? So you're in your online.
Our planning in terms of planning, we're doing one online within the next few months. We're gonna do another one by last quarter. That one will be planned as an online, pero it will easily shift to below the line if biglang kaya. So we're prepared to shift it. But we're planning it as an online for now. I mean, I don't want to sound pessimistic, but the reality is baka walang below the line this year. And then next year na lang yung mga on-ground events. But the optimistic side is sana October, November. Siguro just like your school, di ba? I mean, who knows? If
Yeah. But I think the school baka next year na nga. Actually, dapat na lang. Because our situation is kind of different in Canada. In Canada, nag-zero case, or in your place, nag-zero ka. Eh dito, pataas ng pataas eh. It's not...
And then yung vaccine kasi, that's gonna take some time. Di ba? I mean, even if they say 1 year, but syempre, you have to test it pa and all. So,
Pero alam mo, what works in the online event, especially for Mommy Mundo, yung mga live streams nga. So parang live streams with different products, ganun.
Yeah, the blessing, yung side na nice with Mommy Mundo is, if before we would only be able to have 100 moms, 200 moms, now we reach 2,000 moms, like 2,000 registered moms. Ang galing, the reach is amazing. It's nice. Parang, kasi usually pag mom's pregnant or breastfeeding or if they have babies, they really can't go out. Diba? It's traffic or walang yaya or whatever. So I guess now they're able to come to the event. So it's good. It's been working well. But to have lang the face-to-face interaction, then we still look forward to doing on ground, hopefully. Well, I don't know, maybe next year na nga. But hopefully, end of the year. But we'll see.
Are you planning Mommy Mundo in Canada or hindi?
Yeah, the plan is to start it here also. But for now, parang I'm just resting a bit and making people, kasi my team is like gonna be, ako gagawin na naman niya yung, may bago na naman project. So parang I'll let things settle first, but hopefully next year I can take steps na to do that.
I can relate.
Diba? Oo nga. Diba, Anton? Alam mo pag ganyan, si Anton, he looks down lang like that. Kasi kasi pareho kami.
No, ano naman, it's actually exciting time kasi nga there's a lot of innovation in the space eh.
Yeah, so true. And ako, of course, ang tandami natin ay isip, di ba?
Raish just left the conversation.
Di ba? Ganyan yung team ko. Ayan na naman siya. I have an idea. I'll meet with them after an hour and I'll say, okay, let's finish the agenda because I have an idea. Lahat sila, ako may idea na naman. So, ganyan si Rach.
Kausapin ko ngayon staff nyo.
Yeah, very exciting. It's good, no? So, at least, there are good things that come out of challenging times, di ba?
Oo. Kamusta naman mga sponsors mo? Okay naman sila? I mean, the advertisers.
Yeah. Well, of course, no first month, everyone's just quiet, di ba? By the second month, I think the companies realize na, oops, this is the new normal. We are collaborative by nature, so we pitch to them. We come in and we pitch na ideas. This is what we're doing. This is what you can do. This is what the moms want, like that. Or some sponsors pivoted easily, like they were telling us na that their plans. As of now, we're trying to convince the more traditional ones and showing them our platforms, and then showing them how they can use our platforms to reach the moms, even if it's online. Being creative, you have to be creative talaga in these days. Pero so hopefully what we really want to support are the mompreneurs. Yun yung trying to find ways to do that.
Like what? How are you guys?
I mean, local businesses na small MSMEs are the ones that are hardest hit, diba?
Mm-hmm.
For some brands, it helped them, like the UV care, the UV sterilization, super boom. But there's some, like kunyari, the mga strollers or the mga things that you use going out.
Yun.
Hirap. Yeah, so... damit. Di ba damit? Yeah, maraming medyo hard. So we just try to keep promoting them and then giving them tools, like showing them also or doing parang webinars. We're gonna try to do that more often for them then. But as of now, it's like wait and see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Janice.
Thank you also.
Wow. We missed you and
we'll see you.
Sabihan mo kami kung kailan ka ba uuwi
Oo, syempre, we're gonna see
Babalik pala.
Yeah, pero super happy we saw each other. You know, I brought the bag you gave me.
Ano, sorry.
Di ba you gave me a bag? It's my grocery bag. See?
Di ba? Ang ganda. So, you always buy something
I always think of
for us,
you.
Ate,
Okay.
when you go to the grocery, sabi mo, ito, bibilin ko.
Baby girl. Ito, baby girl clothes.
pwede ba rin 5 bucks
By the way, Anton and Rich, may maraming quarantine babies, di ba? Do you know?
Pero wala kami doon.
Wala naman ako sinabi. May sinabi ba ako?
Si Jill Tan.
Si Jill? Ay, si Jill's pregnant again?
Booming pala yung business mo after all of this
I think si Gary has friends na pregnant. Si Ria's pregnant, my sister-in-law, Rich. Si Ria. So, ganito. She's pregnant again. Pero, ganito yan, defensive. Parang, I'm pregnant. Uy, quarantine. Uy, hindi dati pa to bago pa mag-quarantine. Defensive. Ay, nako. But for the viewers of OAP, if you have a quarantine baby, please message us. Because we're going to start a quarantine babies club. And in 9 months from now, we will have a quarantine babies party. Diba fun?
Dapat Janice, sulat mo na yung book mo.
I will write the book.
No, I'm starting to write, but I think
You're starting to write? Amiran, I'm starting to write. Starting. Notes pa lang, but yeah, hopefully by next year.
No, dapat this year. Itong story mo, migration, ang ganda ng story. I think
Oo nga, pwede actually.
It's really nice, that whole
Pang movie.
Yeah, that's the objective. To get movie rights.
Movie rights?
siya.
Child.
Hindi naman siya nanonood. But yun yung peg, di ba?
Movie talaga. O sige.
At tapos, kailan may visualize, sino gusto mo ng Janice?
Di, oo, sino kaya? Sige, mag-iisip ako ng, pwede international.
Pwede, bakit hindi?
Aha!
Netflix are buying a lot of stories.
Ah,
Diba?
sige. Si Anton talaga, ikaw ba, that's what you're doing, movie?
Wala.
Hindi, kasi alam mo yung Netflix, di ba? Netflix started investing yung mga stories in Spain. Di ba? From
Money Heist.
From Money Heist. Ang gaganda ng mga story. I believe there will come a time na Filipino stories talaga are very,
Magagalit na yung mga tao ni Janice.
Sabi ni Anton.
Oo. Diba?
Filipino stories on, actually parang documentary style ba yon? Or not necessarily?
Not necessarily, oh. Bas, ano lang,
True to life.
you wouldn't know, but at least, visualize, diba? Sino gusto mo maging Janice? Si Gary, sino?
Si Gary, si ano?
Si ano?
Sino
Cap.
yung kasama? Si Robert Downey, Knox.
Matanda na yun.
Pwedeng Iron Man, and then ako yung, sino kaya ako doon? Fantasy movie.
Oo, hindi. Ayaw ni Chal ng ganyan. Kailangan local actors.
Local, okay. Si Dominic Ochoa.
Sino?
Dominic Ochoa.
Grabe, nade-dated naman tayo.
Grabe, na moment na naman tayo.
Oo nga.
Sorry guys. You
Kailangan
can go Dominic Ochoa.
Nakakatawa nga eh. Alam mo yung, di ba, hindi, may kwento.
Sino?
Hindi, yung mga, the younger, hindi na nila kilala yung yung mga talaga.
Nako, may kwento ako ganyan. Parang si Polo, parang people, the kids, they're like, oh, he's the guy from Turks. Diba? So, iba na yung reference point.
Oo, iba na. Or for example, di ba si Martha Stewart pumunta sa Manila?
Okay.
Yung mga younger generation, sino?
Oh my God. Yeah.
Hindi nila kilala. Siyempre, mga Rachel Ray na sila and di ba, yung mga...
Not even Rachel. Maybe more YouTubers na.
Oo, mga YouTubers na yung iba. Oo. So, nakakatawa lang. But I guess it will be their generation. And tama ka. I mean, just to end this, I think us parents, it's really not our story naman eh. It's the story of our kids.
Yeah, true. And parang we have to also, sometimes we don't understand them, diba? Like, kunyari, they're on the computers or gadgets the whole day. Like, si Reese, I'm like, you haven't had breakfast, you're on a gadget again. Yung pala, she's learning Japanese. Diba? Yung parang ako, okay, sige, magkaka na muna kumain. Japanese ka muna. Yung, I mean, we just have to take the time to, I don't know, iba, they're different. Remember, we had that Gen Z event, the Zen
yeah.
And it's true, like, they're really the creators. Diba? The Gen Z are creators. So, they're different from us. So, iba, we have to nurture them in a different way.
Yeah. It's just different though. Yun like for example with Aidan, they create a lot. Pero minsan, ngayon kasi teenager eh. Ayaw na pakita sa amin. Ganyan.
Oo nga eh. Personality yon. Kasi Kobe has a gaming channel. He says, for those who are on Twitch, please follow him on Kobeast. Nag-vlog Kobeast. That's my son's gaming channel. So we really sit down and then we plan, like he'll tell me his plans, like that. Si Zach is a secretive, which is, ganun lang. Like, it's personality, I think.
It's personality.
Mm-hmm.
And kasi like for example, for us, syempre, I want to know everything online, di ba? So parang, pag alam ko lahat, so inisip nila na dapat may alam sila. So like for example, si Travis Scott had an online event sa Fortnite. Ayaw nila sabihin sa akin.
Oh no!
Pero of course, eventually we'll find it out. But they would attend that online event the day it's happening. Mga ganun. Or si Marshmallow, ganyan.
Talaga, hindi ka cool. Hindi na tayo cool.
But I guess and kaya nga if you're writing your book, I think that's the focus eh. It shouldn't be really us eh. I mean, it should be parang the beginning of their story. Parang ganun.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Oo.
true.
And
Yeah.
habang fresh pa yung mga ano mo,
Oo, when we left nga Manila, I wrote them a card, each of them, and I just said there, the world is just at your fingertips, di ba? Parang there's so much really out there. Hindi kasi, di ba, lalo na tayo mga from Manila, we think that's our world, di ba? Parang that's it na. Then when you travel, that's the time you see, wow, so many new ways of thinking. None.
mm-mm. But I guess also it helped na you moved when your kids, at least two of your kids are older na, no?
I think so. Like, if they were young, ang hirap. Kasi the chores, di ba? Kasi with them now, each one has assignments. So, that's why it's not as hard siguro as people with young kids. Yung talaga Oo. Di ba? So, para kasi you have to cook, you have to clean, laundry, everything. Di ba? So, with them, we have extra hands to help. So,
Wow.
that's a good thing. That's at least they're big enough na.
Wow, ang galing. Okay. All right. Sige, we'll let you go.
Hours and hours. So, okay, let's end. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Yeah, be safe, ha? Okay, let's keep in touch. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.